Unveiling the complex layers of Ottoman slavery. Beyond race and roles, explore the complex world of slavery in the Ottoman Empire, where race and ethnicity held no legal distinction. White European and black African slaves served contrasting roles in this society. In contrast, white enslaved people became soldiers and government officials. From time to time, they made the enslaved people's lives like a living hell. Such humiliation led to disastrous results. Prepare yourself to discover a chapter of history where the Ottoman Empire used to control the lives of enslaved people. But before that, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the new updates. Slavery in the Ottoman Empire. The slave system in the Ottoman Empire was very different from plantation life in the US and the Caribbean. Males could be military or domestic slaves, and females were almost always domestic. Within gender segregation, there was a racial hierarchy at work too. African women were cooks and given menial work. At the same time, white enslaved women performed more specialized tasks, like making and serving coffee, attending dinner trays, or acting as nursemaids. That time, when a woman was freed from slavery, she received a legally valid certificate of emancipation. She could ask to stay with her former master's family for life and would be looked after, or she could request to be married. She was given jewelry, home furnishings, and often a house if she chose to marry. The formerly enslaved person received a life pension from their former master and would keep strong ties with their former family. Such benefits lured many young girls from low-income families to become enslaved. All their families sold them into slavery, believing they would have a better future. The benign treatment enslaved people received in Ottoman harems. Young slave girls, specifically the white ones, were raised as part of the family, often bought at ages 6 or 7, or even as infants when provided with wet nurses. The child would be given a new name and assigned to an experienced slave woman. The young enslaved person ate the same food as the family, and her clothing was similar. She would be taught to speak and read Turkish and introduced to Islam's fundamental beliefs and practices. Sometimes, young enslaved women were bought as companions for the young girls of the family and given the same education. They learned to read Persian and Arabic and, in later centuries, English and French. Once they had completed their term of servitude, they were married to Ottoman men, or they might be released before their time was completed, as the emancipation of slaves was considered an act of great moral value in Islam. A cultivated enslaved woman might often be preferred by a man as far less expensive to marry than a free Ottoman woman of the ruling class. As slavery was strictly regulated by Islamic law, a slave girl's rights and the master's or mistress's responsibilities towards her were clearly defined once purchased. After purchasing an enslaved person, the owner could sell her for free, give her to someone else, or provide for her. If she had a child by the master, she gained the legal status of mother of a child and could not be sold or given away and became free. If enslaved people were unhappy, they could ask to be resold and have the law's legal support. If owners refused, they could run away but could not obtain freedom in this way before their term of servitude was complete. As a result, if they ran away, they had to apply to a slave dealer who would sell them to a new owner and inform the former master in the imperial harem. By the end of the 14th century, these enslaved people were chosen as concubines who played a significant role in royal reproduction, benefits as a royal consort. There were several benefits to the Ottoman dynasty. Having female consorts with allegiance exclusive to the Sultan was preferable, rather than having wives from a pool of hereditary nobility who might challenge the Sultan's power. Most slave girls were not concubines. However, only those at the top of the palace training system who excelled in intelligence, character, accomplishments, and beauty were eligible as concubine candidates. The Sultan's mother often trained the women destined to be concubines. For most slave women who were not concubines, there was the opportunity to rise through the administrative ranks and enjoy a permanent career within the imperial harem, or marry a husband in the Ottoman military or administrative elite. That's all for today. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and we will try to get back to you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. That's all for today. See you next time.